bracket, Heroic up against Tundra. And indeed, it's got to be a bit of a scary situation, right? When you end the draft against a team that's getting this carry hero that's yet to lose.
100% win rate.
100% out of a decent amount of games as well. What, 10 games we've seen it. Won every single one of them, the Troll Warlord hero. Now, the question is, what have they got against it? And do you think this was something that maybe they anticipated, or with the way the draft played out, do you think it might have caught them by surprise?
I would hope that they would have anticipated it, especially if they were picking this Ursa last, because Troll has traditionally been a very good counter versus that Ursa. I think it's because they have this super aggressive dual lane top, like Jenkins was mentioning. The Bat Rider, the Marcy, they absolutely can snowball kills, but let's see if they can even do that, because I've just seen, I don't know, I've seen Pugna kind of push away most heroes from getting aggressive, even Bat Rider, so let's see how they're able to do so. Because, yeah, too many times this tournament, I've been like, oh yeah, they're going to be able to go aggressive versus this Pugna in the lane, and Pugna just ends up withstanding the pressure, or they end up turning kills because of how much the hero's able to do just poking and prodding in the laning phase. So, let's see how Toby's able to push away that aggression that comes. Speaking of Toby, he might just die.
Oh, see if he can get away from this one. He cannot. First blood here for Schofield, who will end up going, well, surely going down in response. Final right click from Chrysalis will indeed get the trade, but not before that first blood is secured by Heroic.
Lane shenanigans from both sides. Toby was catching the wave because Schofield was pulling on the other side, and he gets caught. A little flame break pushback that comes in from Whisper, and this is what they're looking for, right? That's exactly what Heroic wants to do in this lane, is just get kills, try to snowball Whisper, but there is going to be that counter kill, of course, that comes in for Chrysalis. Now we can look at these other lanes. The Ursa, Yuma. Second game yesterday was pretty tough, I would say, for him.
That game, I feel, was kind of tough for the whole team.
Yeah.
Right? That was not Heroic's finest showing yesterday in that game, too.
So this one, he does get to pick the Ursa versus the Darkseer, which has been a traditional counter pick in terms of the laning phase, but let's see how this traditional counter matchup works nowadays versus the Dominator meta, because I think things have changed, right? Ursa can kill these Dominator creeps, but a Darkseer with Dominator can also pressure the Ursa in a different way that it used to be, where Ursa and Darkseer just trade farm versus each other.
Now we'll see, because you got to imagine, right, from Tundra's point of view, this Ursa pick was not a surprise, right?
No,
they came here today very ready to play against Yuma's Ursa.
And, I mean, something else we do have to mention, you were talking to me about it on the car ride over here, the mid lane, right? BZM versus Analog. Analog yesterday had a bit of a tough one, especially on that Shadow Fiend, right? Those 30 denies that we saw coming out from Noah already. Some big damage from BZM.
He's playing it chill. He's got a Fairy Fire, a couple of bottle charges to rely on, so just hold him back, living on the edge here, Analog. But definitely starting to feel a bit of the heat here from BZM. Top lane, Heroic. Going to try and make the go on a Chrysalis, but he did have the chance to put the stick and maybe turn. Another blast comes in, but Chrysalis will fall. Heroic able to push for the kill. Toby also taking a hell of a lot of damage here from Whisper. Whisper wanting to finish off the job, and he'll get it. Double kill for Whisper on the bat. I mean, we heard from the start, right, indeed, the fans know it as well. Whisper's bat can absolutely perform.
Yeah, and I'm glad they already are going to play much more aggressive, because yesterday, we were seeing a bit more passive style from them. This is a lane that just breathes aggression. Both the Marcy and the Bat Rider. Great ways to get on top there, too, as we see. So Crystal is definitely going to have a bit of a slowdown, even with the Pugna behind, because Toby dying level 1, he's still level 1. Still doesn't have the ward to be able to push him off. Now he's gotten the 2, but a bit of that damage is done in the lane already. 10 CS on the Troll.
Yeah, super hot start for Whisper. Meanwhile, over in the river, we'll see the setup here from King Jungles. TP's coming in. They've got the lockdown for BZM. Fisher comes into play. Jump forward. Here's the rotation. Come through from Schofield. They take down BZM, and they'll be able to outnumber and surround Saxus, slowly chase him down. There's nowhere for the Tiny to run. Heroic starting to bring the action early this game. 5 kills to the one that Tundra's managed to find so far in this first 4 minutes. They're bringing that action. This is what we need to see from this squad.
This is the Heroic that everybody wants to see. Just constant aggression, looking for bullying. They're leaving Yuma now in this lane alone since he's versus the 33 Darkseer. He should be pretty okay down here. And I mean, Schofield, he can look to be pretty active. Looks like Whisper is going to be pretty okay in this top lane with this start for now.
Just having very nice heroes to get active with as well, whether it's sort of swing into the mid and getting the Shaker in on top of this Storm early, or just allowing Whisper to close that gap against the Troll and put the pressure onto Chrysalis in this laning stage.
Heroic woke up this morning. They definitely had their breakfast nicely, because these moves are ready. You see the rotations, they're quickly swapping lanes too. Schofield now is bottom. Shadow Demon's starting to get the stacks going for his Earthshaker. Probably because Analog's saying, yes, he's gotten a kill, but in terms of CS in the lane, still wants to get those early stacks because of how beneficial it is for the Shaker.
And on that bottom lane as well, is there a chance for Heroic to also find kills down here, or against the tiny darks here it's a little more difficult, or it can still happen?
Absolutely can, but they're just going to play in a different way now where 33 is just going to be jungling, but maybe, I mean, Schofield is looking for some tricky stuff here. He might be able to find a free kill. Let's see how bold he is to go forward. 33 will be fine.
Yeah, he's ready to back up and refuel, so he'll be out of harm's way. And of course, Tundra's lineup, it's just the fact really that they have this kind of Darkseer Tiny. I feel like this has been a duo that we've seen a lot of teams hit a real sort of sweet spot with, right? This combo, it's a classic.
And it's them mostly. Honestly, it's Tundra who have been the ones playing it the most. They even opened up with the Tiny this game, so showing how much they prioritize it.
Talking about the Tiny, Saxa, they'll make his way up there, make sure that they have the numbers to take down King Jungle's Whisper. Should be all right here. Able to keep his distance, has Firefly and Flame Break at the ready. Nice. Necessary.
Sox is still in the area with a combo, so Whisper does have to be careful.
But look at this rotation from Analog, making the move here with the Invis Rune. They do have a sentry down, so if they get some further vision around there, they should have eyes on him.
And they see him now.
And they will, so not able to catch them by surprise with this Invis.
The beauty of this combo, though, with the Marcy is he can just throw him in, right? You can get the Echo
Slam. Yeah, you've got to be careful. Absolutely. You can't get anywhere close to this Shaker when Schofield's around because, you'll get caught straight in the combo.
Pretty cool combo, for sure. As we do see, it's 5-2, but Tundra, the economy game, it's there for them.
It's perfectly fine,
they're doing just fine.
Yeah, 33 having a final time on the side of the map.
Yep, 33 will check. You'll see his camp is blocked, but he'll still have a secondary one available. But very good preparation as we see Heroic. Double wards, or multiple wards to block camps, scouting information. As we said, they are definitely looking to have a much better early game than they did yesterday. And that early game is very important, as you said. Darkseer, king of team fight. If you don't get a good early game and the team starts to round together around those auras and dominators, it can be very hard to fight against unless you have an advantage.
See bottom. Sacks up. He's gonna have the avalanche and the toss back. It's a good amount of control there onto Yuma, and with the damage from BZM, should be the end of the bear. Yuma falls. BZM makes a strong rotation. Same time top. We're gonna put the pressure onto the carry as well. They get another chance to take Crystallis down. So both safe lanes starting to feel a bit of heat.
Truly trying to snowball Whisper, though. You see that. They're just trying to get all the kills possible for this Batrider to take control of the game. Mid, Analog, looking for Toby.
Schofield a little too far to connect. Up to the tier 2. Gets a bit spooky, so Toby will be fine for now.
Doesn't want to throw the Echo. Might have had enough damage there, but decides to hold on to it, perhaps for a core kill, or maybe for his Ancients, since it is getting very stacked up, perhaps wanting to reserve it for that.
And constantly pushing out the waves as well, so already getting a decent amount of early damage done onto that mid-tier 1 here, Heroic, with the way that Analog's just constantly shoving forward.
And let's see how they prepare now for bottom. Dominator's done, so 33 is going to start getting this extra pressure. I mean, the tower's dead, so let's see how they do want to react. It looks like it will be pressure on the opposite side as we see Whisper take out the tower. See what build he goes for. It looks like Whisper's going standard. He's not going any deviated build on the Batrider. I was wondering maybe if he does do something crazy like Dom. But
there we go. There we go.
Boom!
Easy slam there with the amplified damage, easy stacks, and that's that's going to be the timing done. Very nice and fast this game. Meanwhile in the jungle, BZM and Saxa, they'll hunt down Schofield.
Finding quite a bit.
These good early little moves here from BZM, up and down between the kind of the mid, the bottom, and hanging around this jungle of Heroic. He's finding himself a couple of early kills as the Storm Spirit.
Saxa being the all-important one to set up for these kills, since he is really the only aggressive hero on
They want to try and get 33 out of the lane. Jump forward there. Here's the blink reveal. Analog able to shut off the escape. It's a good, solid showing at the blink. And indeed, as we see, a crazy timing here with those stacks they're able to prepare for him and how well he did in the lane. A hot start here from Analog, which is, we needed to see, right? Because as you said, that second game yesterday, not so hot at all.
No, love to see that. And we did see KJ, right? King Jungle's level 6 pretty early on the Shadow Demon versus Darkseer. It's one of the best heroes in the game. You just purge him. As long as you get that demonic purge up onto the DS, he can usually not disengage, as they'll find the creep as well.
Of course, whilst this is all going on, we're seeing at the top side, Crystallis getting that space. Had quite a bit of pressure early on, but absolutely still in position where the Battle Fury timing shouldn't be too terrible. And if he kind of gets to maintain this part of the map and have the team keep the pressure, or at least keep Heroic's focus on their side, this Troll should be able to catch up.
Yeah, should have pretty similar farm to the Ursa, it does seem like it, with the way that things are going down. Power Rune. Saxa will find a haste. Take that one away from Analog. How is Analog's Echo cooldown? 30 seconds.
It's coming up soon.
Likely the next play that Heroic wants to make.
And they could make that as well with, okay, yeah, Whisper buying up the Ogre Club by the looks of it. So yeah, just getting this BKB rush this game.
So changing the build a little.
Yeah,
usually I
switching
see him,
around.
He's very about the drums the early game. So this, I think he's just saying, I really need this BKB to go through all this magic damage. Because if he doesn't have it, right, and he tries to initiate and run in, he will just likely get popped. It's a ton of magic burst that Tundra has, so.
And I think it's fine, right? You've already got your mid shaker. They've got a very quick blink dagger timing for the initiation. And obviously you're playing with a Marcy with pick me up, so just being able to survive seems more important for Whisper in this role this game as the bat than getting that jump himself.
Yeah, I agree. I thought perhaps maybe the drum, but I think this is just a better pickup in particular.
Here we go.
See the
they
next
want to go here with the Echo cooldown.
33.
So only a couple of ancient creeps here. They've got the burst opening up with the Echo, the follow-up, the lockdown. It's there. Nicely done by the two of them.
Can they get out safe?
BZM's definitely going to look to try and make them pay. The opening on a Schofield. Analog will split from Schofield for now. Saxon coming in from the side. Turns his attention over towards Analog, of course. Wants to try and get the bigger kill. They'll get the toss back into the blast. Analog in trouble. Crystallis turns up as well as they bring down the Shaker. See if they can get anything more. Saxa, Avalanche onto King Jungles. 32 trying to get the body blocks off with the Hellbear Smasher, but King Jungles is able to get his way around, and they'll be able to retreat.
Good target prioritization there from Tundra. Saxa even blocking. I saw KJ walking in to try to use a disruption. Saxa was just following him to prevent any type of save, so very on top of it there. 8-5, more kills than I think we've had in some of our games at the 11-minute mark. Very action-packed. I think both teams don't mind this action either, to be honest with you. It does seem like Tundra is fine because they're still getting the farm on the map, but Heroic is happy because they're getting these extra kills to accelerate things, in particular for Whisper, as he is two components toward that BKB.
I think, yeah, just the biggest concern is that the Troll is having a good time, and this hero has been unbeatable. So the fact that even though they managed to kill Crystallis a couple of times early on the laning stage, he's up there. He's top 3 net worth. He's level with the Farm of Humor. He's going to have a good Battle Fury time. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, my worry is the timing for the Troll, but also it's the Darkseer when he starts joining his team with the auras, right? He's going to have a pipe pretty early this game since most of that damage is magical on Heroic, and Heroic has no aura carrier whatsoever. Unless they want to do some weird build on the Bat Rider, which I don't think he will do anything like that. So that's usually the big timing for Darkseers, right? It's like that 15 to 20 minute timing when the team starts running around together. We'll see if Heroic is prepared when it does kick off. Because so far their moves have been pretty good.
They want to try and strike at Whisper before he has the BKB done.
He's got backup. Can he get himself out of this?
It's going to be hard now here. Schofield turns up. Saxa will be able to hold him back with an Avalanche. Trying to chase forward, but Tundra should be able to keep the distance. 33 trying to Wild Wing Ripper his own creep away there to save it, but Schofield will still be able to get the plus 100.
Oh, in the meanwhile, they continue to get the stacks going on the side of Heroic. Could we actually get a stack counter whenever possible as well, too? Because I mean, it's a team with Shaker, right? It's a team with the Shadow Demon as well, too. So there's going to be a plenty from Heroic. But Tundra,
they're ready to go. They're ready to go and try and connect with Analog around the mid because Analog does have the slam back online.
Okay, let's see what they find.
Of course, you've got to imagine these sort of timings Tundra will be keeping track of, so should be prepared to be cautious.
BZM also, he's on Strength Treads, 1600 HP.
He's playing careful. I think he senses that this sort of play might be coming in, but he didn't sense it hard enough. The Echo still gets him into the lasso. That will still do the job nicely.
Way too much chain stun, even if he's on the tankiest portion possible. Cannot survive versus that. Well, they took him into a tower. Saxa.
I mean, he's going to end up walking into Saxon. Saxon's able to toss Whisper back over towards him. Good Fisher from Analog. Blocks off pretty much the 4 of them. They're going to try and go for the fight. Yuma reaching in under the tower. Takes down 33. Schofield's got the dispose onto Toby. Yuma will try and run down the puck there, and he's able to take him out before he can save himself. Double kill for Yuma. And they might not be done yet. Analog jumps forward. The setup's there to catch out another. Heroic. Find 3 there, and all it cost them is the life of the bat.
Surprise, Whisper actually died. That toss did way more damage than I expected it to. They'll get the tower out of it as well. Good timing from Heroic. Outnumbering, getting Tundra off guard. 2k advantage now for them. And
getting Yuma involved, right? So pretty much soon after this Battle Fury, he's just 200 gold or so away from having that Blink Dagger. And finding those sort of fights, that is going to be what sort of sets him ahead of the farmer Crystallis on the Troll.
What a fissure there from Analog. Clipping all 3 heroes. Even, I think, catching Crystallis on the side there so he couldn't enter toward the fight. 12-6, Heroic setting the pace of the game. Tundra looking to strike back.
Oh, they are.
Schofield.
They're going to find Schofield for sure.
Quick, easy kill.
I mean, BZM definitely doing his best here to make these moves to ensure that Tundra keep up somehow with the amount of kills and that are going on in this early game.
Yeah, pre-Soxa Blink Dagger, right? BZM has to be there. I mean, BZM and Soxa have to be there for most of the kills in this early game, as we're seeing. How's that pipe timing for 33? It's getting closer and closer. That's going to be the hard one that they have to go through. But 33 has to be more careful with his positioning, too, there. I think 2 times now or 3 times we've seen him just get purged, and he just dies right at the start of things. So maybe he has to watch the approach since there's difficulty in saving them. As we've seen Toby, he cannot use this Decapify to save people. It's either going to get dispelled instantly or there's just insane magic damage, as we say, coming in.
King Jungles trying to get some deep vision down.
It's a lot of Dominators they've been able to find. Soxa getting closer and closer toward Blink. Heroic, ults at the ready. They've got the shard even purchased up for Analog, so for Heroic, it does feel like it's go time at pretty much any moment that they have this ulti at the ready.
And as you say, just for, Tundra, once the pipe's there,
yep, that's their
they'll
timing.
look to turn up, and they'll almost certainly look to try and get Crystallis involved.
Ooh, BZM adapting his build a little too here, going for the Orchid this game, feeling like it's a good option versus that Ursa, and versus the Earthshaker in particular. Could trip them up. Ursa hates playing versus those silences, although I will say, a lot of games I've seen Orchid lately, it has fallen off pretty hard.
Sure.
So we'll see what he can do with it if he does opt to go for that way. So there's definitely going to be some counters in it. Analog looking for a play.
Soxa, so close to having the Blink Dagger online on the Tiny.
Should have it after these 2 camps on the side when they respawn if you'd like to wait for them. So Tundra looking for that timing fight. Heroic, they're looking for any fight.
They've still got that vision, so they've got a full setup here onto BZM.
Oh, BZM.
They're ready.
On the stack.
Oh, he's so dead, surely. Straight in with the Echo. An easy one there for Heroic.
The dream when you're playing Shaker. The amount of stacks that are made, too. He gets every single creep because the Slugger, too. Analog, the Echoes are hitting. 3-1 and 5 so far for this Shaker.
Yeah, he's having a great early game here today.
Yep. All right, so Pipe, it's online. Glimmer's still not finished for Toby, but they have Pipe finished. They have Blink on Soxa. Let's see if they can start getting things together, because Heroic is starting to get quite a bit of Snowball. Look at the difference between the Earthshaker and the Storm now at this point.
Yeah.
And even the Ursa and the Troll, right? We're starting to see that separation of cores.
And they're going to be able to pick up this Aegis without any sort of contest from Tundra. So Yuma with the Aegis online. What would you imagine it now is the plan from Heroic? You've got this Aegis, are you just continuing to go, for action, just for full-out aggression, or are you farming up that next time?
I think you just keep waiting for Echo Slam. Just keep fighting around this Echo every cooldown. If they're not taking advantage of that Echo being on cooldown, it feels like a good position for them. If the Ursa can finish a BKB as well, then he can actually stand toe-to-toe in a lot of these fights. Versus that Troll in particular, too. Could be pretty nice.
Heading in BZM's direction, Schofield. Not quite able to catch him there. BZM more than ready.
All right, Tundra, they're grouping. This is their timing. The pipe's finished. That blink, as we said, for Soxa. Let's see if Heroic is prepared for it.
Yeah, because Tundra's fight should still be pretty strong. They've got the tools. They've got good burst as well.
Echo Slam, 30 seconds still on cooldown.
Soxa's in. Try for the jump on a Schofield, but the Fisher comes out to disrupt the play. Schofield's going to try and stand his ground with the ultimate, but the combo is there. He's going to be saved for now by the destruction. Will still fall, but Heroic strike back. Yuma able to get in onto the darks here. BZM controlling the Shadow Demon to pick up the double. Whisper's going to get back in there. Lasso's there to lock down BZM. Yuma brings in the damage, and he's able to take down the both of them there, Whisper. Getting a huge double. Soxa attempts to get back in with the Avalanche tossback. They'll be able to at least take the Aegis out of the hands of this bear, but the casualties are rising here for Tundra. As 4 are dead, only Crystallis left alive to scarper away.
And that's Tundra picking the fight with their timings. And
they went for that.
Heroic is so ready for it, and they didn't even have Echo, Owen. That's without Echo Slam that they're able to do this in this fight. So
yeah, that was a rough move to make.
Again, 33 charges in, gets Demonic purged, and just dies almost immediately at the start of the fight.
Yeah, he's getting crushed.
He really is.
The farm was still good, he's getting the timings, but each and every decision to turn up to the team fight has absolutely been punished by Heroic.
And they're just so prepared. Look how ready they were for the move. Look, Schofield, he gets the Solar Crest during the stun, an instant stun from Analog. They are so ready for this move. Beautiful preparation coming in from Heroic in this first 20 minutes, as we see.
Yeah, you can definitely see why this team does like to play with Humor on the Ursa, right? It seems like such a comfortable carry for him because his decisions of when to join and when to not so far been pretty perfect. He's always been there to provide that extra bit of damage to help get the cleanup.
Yeah, and having Whisper on this bat, as we're seeing, right? 5-1 and 5. They were mentioned on the panel. He can definitely run rampant with the game. Tundra again, looking to smoke with their timing, but it's into Echo this time.
Indeed. You know, Heroic, they've got more than they had last time ready to throw back at them. Let's see if Tundra can get away with it this time. There's the lead in. Saxon looks for the toss back. They're trying to get onto Whisper, but again, the Fisher causing issues, blocks them off. Analog jumps in with the Echo. Saxon's got Chrysalis. He'll get the ult off, but the lasso's there. They're controlling the troll. His ult's soon to come to an end. Analog's going to do his best to kite him out off to the side. BZM will clean up King Jungles, but Chrysalis dies as soon as his ult finishes. And Tundra, they've got to run. Yuma attempting to get on the chase here. Schofield, is he able to close the gap, bringing him in a little bit closer. They're closing in on 33. There's nowhere to run. Dispose back the flame break as well. Analog ready to slam him down with the Fisher. They just can't take these team fights, folks.
Nope.
A second time where they've been the instigators. They're looking to try and start this, but Heroic, they're shutting them down every single time.
Heroic is playing this game beautiful. Every single fight, they're like, bring it, let's go. They want these fights, and they're going to get the Tormentor out of it as well. You honestly couldn't almost ask for a better 21 minutes here. 21 kills, 11k lead. Ursa's gotten the Roche, Ursa's gotten Tormentor. Your Bat Riders destroyed the Troll as well. Looking incredible for them at the moment. And yeah, Tundra, that's them picking the fights.
They're trying to fight this. They're trying, but both times it has not worked out for Tundra. They've got to reset and sort of reassess what they want to do in this game, because these sort of moves are just not working.
How do you reassess though? It's what's the pivot that you want to go for now at this point when you thought you were going to be able to fight with this aura? I'm seeing a Midas queued up from the darks here. You know, they probably won't go it, but that's usually difficult tell.
That's I mean, that's the classic sign from 33, right? The game is hard.
Yep.
Doesn't always end up buying the Midas after he queues it up, but it definitely tells how his vibe is with the game. It's a hard one.
I think Tundra has to slow things down somehow and get BKBs now, because they can't fight into all this control.
Not
it's
at all.
Just way too much. Saksa, that's a freebie.
Just playing with him. Oh. No, get him before any neutral can. Same time up top. That's 33 dead again.
Oh, and this is getting out of control for Tundra.
This has got to be one of the tougher games 33's had on his dark side, I feel. We've seen him have some excellent ones on the road to TI, but this game, he is getting bullied.
I mean, they all are. Truly. I mean, BZM, he's got 6 kills, but he's got 4 deaths as well, right? There's just relentless kills that are coming in from Heroic. This is the Heroic that we wanted to see, as we mentioned.
There's just no slowdown.
Nope. 23 kills, 23 minutes, just kill a minute. And they're continuing to hunt with this great vision that we see placed down from them. On top of fighting and spellcasting really well, their ward coverage and their preparation around the map has been absolutely pristine. Tundra again, grouping up.
See if they can try and find a bit of luck around their tier 2 tower.
And this Ursa's level 19 now at this point as well, with a full BKB basher. Angle. Just how do you approach the fights versus this Earthshaker, who now has a BKB as well on top of all his spellcasting. You can't kill him either. You have to somehow take care of this Earthshaker, but I don't even know how you do at this point, because the control that he's providing is just control, and damage he's providing is just way too much. So yeah, I think perhaps it is just slow the pace of the game until they can at least get the BKB for the Troll and this Storm Spirit, but Heroic just constantly looking for fights.
Yeah, Tundra definitely showing they want no part of the action until they have that next set of items done.
They need them desperately, because the lead's just getting to a point where it might be getting too much for them. Schofield looking at a pretty interesting build too if he wants to go down and queuing up a Yules. Very good to kite either the Darkseer, good versus the Pugna, good versus the Troll. As soon as any of those BKBs would go down whenever they get them, can be a very good kiting tool.
Got the blink now on 33.
Okay. He's got the blink, but he's so fragile now. Even though he's got the pipe, it's so much damage at this point on Heroic.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, Tundra, I feel like historically this team has been very good at kind of recovering from these sort of positions, right?
Very, very true.
They kind of, you know, they went for that sort of attempt 2 times, but going for it a 3rd time is not very Tundra-esque, you know, and they're not doing it right. They're changing their approach. And this has absolutely worked out for them numerous times in the past. So Heroic, they're not in the clear quite yet.
Yuma looking for plays. Saksa, he's found. Tundra's traditionally, as you said, this year especially, they've been very good about splitting the map and catching up in net worth, but this is not one of those games where they're really catching up in net worth either. Like some of the games I've seen them losing like this in kills, and they're only like 4K behind, maybe 3K. It's a 15,000 gold lead in 25 minutes. It's pretty significant. An early gem also picked up, as we see there, I believe 2 minutes ago from Heroic. They're putting it on the Bat Rider. So, I mean, Heroic is looking to just completely decimate the map.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, Heroic, they've been able to be pretty chill themselves and just finding this farm whilst Tundra's had to sort of just hide in these corners of the map, giving so much space. I mean, Whisper, he had the time to purchase the complete Shiva's Garb without having to buy bit by bit. So that's a huge addition on top of everything else that Heroic have now in this team fight.
Heroes are going to explode.
Tundra, they've got to keep avoiding. Unless they find little chances like this, they're going to try, but it's a hard one to go for. Azuma, he's got the erase. They'll try and vacuum him back. He's still got the BKB ready.
Too hard to go in the shadow.
They're not even able to force out the BKB usage. He just walks it off.
Oh, and I've yet to see BZM get a decent usage out of this Orchid too, and now there's the Demonic Cleanse for the Shadow Demon, as we saw there as well. You can't even use it. It's able to just instantly get the dispel.
That's very true. Yeah, in these sort of games where you're falling behind, the Orchid Storm purchase can feel that it's kind of missed the timing.
Absolutely. That's usually what it ends up being, right? You usually want to try to get this and snowball off it, but you look and you're like, the cores all have BKB. There's also a dispel on the supports. Things are definitely complicated for the side of Tundra.
Yuma ready to go towards the Abyssal next, and once that's online, the amount of lockdown they'll have, it's going to make it difficult for even Crystallis to have a chance of getting in, popping a BKB and popping his ult, right? If these lassos, these Abyssal Blades come in, it's not an easy fight for the Troll to take part in. And he's still not quite got the BKB, he's still at a couple of hundred gold off that Crystallis.
It's really nice for Yuma in this type of game as Ursa too, that you have the SD, because you don't have to go the Nullifier nearly as early as sometimes, right? In this game, he's also just kind of owning in particular, so probably doesn't need it this early anyway, but he can just go Abyssal. The SD is going to purge the target he's focusing, and yeah, there's no way they can really survive off that. All right, Tundra. So Crystallis, he's got the BKB finished. I believe BZM soon has his done. See if they want to try to fight with that. I still don't think that they can take a heads-on fight with it, but let's see.
Radiant are scanning.
Items just continue to flurry in for Heroic. Almost an Octarine for Analog.
See over in the river.
Kobe.
He's looking to be in a lot of trouble here. Schofield and Whisper. We'll get some action back on the table here after a bit of a slower period of the game.
A night and day difference today from Schofield and Whisper. Just having a hell of a performance on these two.
Yeah, the bat's looking pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Was there something that was banned out against them the other days, or I guess they picked Whisper's hero early, didn't they? So they just went for other stuff. But yeah, seeing his bat in action.
I mean, Whisper, I think his two traditional, non-traditional offlaners are the Bat Ride and the Phoenix. These two he tends to just go absolutely bonkers on if he gets a good start, and this is one of those games that we're absolutely seeing that. Yeah, perfect itemization too, as we see. The Blink goes after Shiva's BKB, can go Refresher after. And the lead, it just continues to grow for Heroic. Gold lead, it was at 15.
They're taking everything right now. I mean, they're soon going to be set up, of course, move in for the next Roshan.
Which is about to come up. And they are very ready for it.
I mean, Tundra,
they're smoking, but
you might have to try something desperate here.
Can they make it? It looks like, I mean, Heroic is ready for the fight. They have the sword on the outside.
Yeah, Whisper, he's just straight onto them. He's going to jump forward, put the BKB, stay on top of Saxa. Oh, he's just dead before the fight even starts. He'll buy back. BZM tries to get away, but the lasso comes in. Yuma brings in the bashes. BZM's gone, and he does not have the option for buyback. Heroic, they can push on for more. Another bash comes in from Yuma as he closes in onto Crystallis. Jump forward here with the Echo Stab. Crystallis pops the BKB. The Fisher will block him off. He's up to the high ground. Crystallis will survive, but only just. The buyback comes in from Toby. Try and lay down the burst here on a Schofield. Saxon trapped out to the side. Sets up for Yuma to pick up another kill.
Can't kill anybody.
They cannot. Heroic. All heroes surviving, Tundra getting nothing and costing them close to everything, having to use these two buybacks, and nothing is found in their favor.
This is absolutely beautiful gameplay. Heroic, the wards placed again, this time just absolute vision everywhere. I think the secondary ward gets placed afterwards, but they see Tundra even trying to come out and they just pick the fight. Heroic knows all of their strengths in this game. giving pretty much no hope to Tundra to win any fight. 33, again, it runs in and dies instantly.
I mean, he just doesn't expect that sort of ward to be here at this moment of the game, but it gave them the vision. He'll get some backup coming in, but Schofield's in with the jump. He'll get away just this time.
He does survive.
Just in time that he's able to back off. He's going to try and look to see if they can turn, get something in response. They do get the route onto Schofield, so Tundra will manage to at least get a kill out of this one, and they won't lose 33 this time.
He levels up, gets the big heal there from it, that aggrandize. Does end up surviving. Looked like he was going to go down again just to whisper in Schofield, but Tundra, they get something. Was the gem recovered? I believe it was recovered from Heroic. It was. So it didn't end up losing their gem. So just a small kill, but Tundra able to get a little bit of something, but a very small something.
This next 4 minutes could very well be the timing for Heroic to push forward and attempt for the high ground. We'll see how prepared Tundra's going to be for that. Chrysalis trying to get the Aghanims online, about 1,600 gold to go.
I mean, these small things, right? It'll help survivability and him stay, but these team fights just don't even look close.
They get the jumping onto BZM, but not enough lockdown this time. BZM able to sneak away with the Glimmer Cape coming in. That's of course, Toby will pay the price.
Godlike now for Yuma. He gets to go the fun build too. Look at this, queuing up the Octarine afterwards. As we said, he doesn't have to go for this Nullifier if he doesn't feel like he wants to. He can go for any luxury build. And Whisper with, breaking records on timings for sure on this Batrider. About to have a refresher done. It's only 30 minutes in, and he's getting close to 5-6 slotted territory.
Yeah,
this is insane.
Yeah, he's definitely making a case for his bat to seriously be considered in the drafts when you're going up against these guys.
And they flex it too, right? As we've seen, they'll play it mid lane, they'll play it off lane, they'll play it as support. So definitely something that could be prioritized a bit higher here as we just see this game continue to be a beautiful showing from Heroic. BZM TPing in.
See what they can do. He's going to try for the setup on a Schofield. Comes in with a Vortex. Further TP's coming in, but Schofield's able to jump away. BZM trying to chase. Has to be cautious, though.
Whisper might go in. He's got the refresher. He's thinking about it.
He's training with the jump. It was a good knockback with the flame break. He's going to be able to catch BZM. Yuma brings in the damage, slams down the Abyssal. That's BZM gone. Heroic ready to go for more. Once again, Sacks at a full.
They cannot, they can't even get pickoffs, Owen. Heroic, as you said, maybe time to knock on that high ground. They've got another lasso. If he does see a target, the banner's on the ground.
They've got it ready.
2 minutes still on the Aegis. Fastest on this, makes sense. That might just, in terms of fighting, I just don't know what Tundra does now. And it's felt like that for a long time.
Yuma quick to take out the ward as well.
Banner's down, so the glyph won't even clear that wave.
And they should be able to take out these racks before Tundra have everyone back in the game.
So they just gotta watch.
And they'll respect the respawns.
Whisper has double lasso.
He's going to be able to get away with the enrage. The Vortex not going to hold him down. In fact, Yuma's ready to look to see if he can turn and get a bash. Doesn't get lucky this time. BZM's able to step away with a zip.
All right, they'll play it a little patient. I thought they were honestly just going to go in there on the side of Heroic.
They might double back in on this.
It feels like they're going to be
how strong they are and the fact they still have this Aegis. Heroic will not be scared of going for another fight.
No, this is a fake back right here.
BZM is going to jump up onto the cliff. There we go. Yuma's able to get over to the back. Nice, the vision will follow. They've locked down 33. The heals are coming out from Toby, but 33 will fall. Chrysalis will get the ultimate off. But the lasso's there, locking him down. Chrysalis bashed up as well. No chance to do the damage as they control him, take him out, look towards BZM. BZM running low on mana. Schofield had to dispose into the Enchant Totem. Double kill for Analog. It is over. GG is called. Heroic coming in hot in this game one.
Woo! I think that's the Heroic that most people were coming to see. All the SA fans rejoice.